All right, so we're talking about the importance of facial hair, right, Don?
Yes,
And what we've determined is
I have it and you don't.
right. And
The
for
good is underneath the beer and whiskey. There it goes.
so no beard, generally don't have. Can't trust me. I'm not a real beard geek because I don't have facial hair. But you are
That's right.
hairy, which is good.
Which you were kind of accidentally called out on the blog today by Scott.
Well, he said that I wasn't. I talked all about today about how beard people are good people, and he
Right.
explained that I'm not a good person because I gave him a wedgie when I met him, which I don't recall, but there was a lot of beer involved that might have happened. Um, but the truth is, I told him he has to read the handbook because no facial hair, not a real beer geek. So all those rules of conduct really don't apply to me. I'm sort of a rogue agent. So,
There you go. See? So you're probably in the douchicus category.
oh boy, you think so? That's where I wind up.
Well, that might be where you end up without any facial hair.
I wonder if there's a like a Sneakosaurus or something. I guess we have Sneakoschlitzicus or whatever, right?
Right?
We have we have this little fella here. Let me get to him. This guy,
Yeah.
right? Always, but that's more about being a college drinker versus as you go
Well,
through.
not the sneaker schlitzicus. That's the kegastandicus.
Well, the keg is yeah. I guess that's more like the very young drinker, and you get down to the Kegastandicus. Probably already has facial hair. Stellopithecus is probably at this point quaffing the facial hair, cultivating a look. Might even be um, hairless.
It could be. Could be.
I mean, I'm just going to throw that out there. That's a possibility. Of course,
So are you stuck in Stellopithecus? Is that what you're telling me?
well, I mean, because you just figure Stellopithecus is almost like a poser, you know.
Yes.
Um,
True.
so yeah, and then there's Craftus erectus, but the guy that scares me the most, of course, is the guy that nobody wants to be, and that is this fella right here.
Yes. Scroll up. There you go.
Yeah,
Bearded
Beardusicus, carrying around the BJCP style guide. But again, that's a facial hair thing. So I kind of fall. That's the great thing about not having facial hair, is that it really insulates you from the actual rules of the craft beer world. So I really don't even know that I have anything to worry about it. No beard, no trust. Maybe so, but at the same time, this is what it should read. Ready? I'm going to fix this. Instead of no beard, no trust, perhaps our title should be, get it, no beard. See if this works in real time. Oh, this works real. This is great. No rules.
Oh. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So see now you're making yourself dangerous.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
it's kind of like a rebel without a cause, Jimmy Dean kind of thing.
I could be good. I could be bad, but really the rules just don't apply to me. But you are saddled by the rules. So I would actually be interested though to see um, what the how many people. I wonder if we should do a poll, see how many people actually have facial hair. Male readers. I mean, we have some female readers, and
Yeah,
probably
it probably wouldn't be so good.
yeah,
Although maybe some of them have some facial hair too. I don't know.
yeah.
I'm saying I don't want to, jump to any conclusions.
Yeah. You don't really know, but you could assume that it's probably a possibility. Um, all right, so I guess it's been that's about 4 minutes worth of stuff. We don't want to get these too long, so that was our I guess an impromptu discussion about
On face,
facial hair and whether or not you needed to qualify as a beer geek. Um,
well, and I cross over into the whole whiskey connoisseur thing. So facial hair is very, it's almost professorial in that realm. So
really,
yeah, I think so. It's kind of for a guy like me, it's kind of like, remember when Orson Welles was young like you, and then he got old and fat and grew facial hair.
I actually
So I'm
don't have
kind of
to
like the
use very
older
much
version of
imagination for
The
the
older established version of Orson Welles.
um, you might be the first guy to actually ever compare himself to Orson Welles. Favorably,
Hey,
physically.
he's a
Start
pretty
talking about.
cool guy, actually.
Yeah, no, he was, but a lot of guys aren't like, I'm sort of like an older Orson Welles.
Well, I mean, guys compare themselves to young Elvis or old Elvis. Why not young Orson Welles or old Orson Welles?
Well,
It
that's like
just kind
young Brando versus old Brando.
right, exactly.
Nobody wants to be old Brando.
Yes, but everybody turns into old
Now,
Brando.
however, I think people would want to be old Charlie Sheen.
If he ever gets old.
Yeah, well, I mean, but older. I mean, as a kid, he was that fresh-faced, young,
Yeah,
sort of bad boy actor, and now, I mean, he's a total train wreck and a disaster. But it looks
but
kind
he's
of
winning.
winning. It looks kind
Right.
of fun. That's all. Even if it's all
It
awful,
does. It's kind of like he's living out his own version of Dudley Moore and Arthur.
which ironically is being remade by Russell Brand.
I know, which probably isn't going to be near as good as
I'm
the original.
pretty sure that Russell Brand is very very afraid that his career is going to be like Jack Black's and be over pretty soon. So he's probably doing everything he can to cash in, and while people like him.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what. I saw a naked picture of Katy Perry the other day. He's the lucky man.
he married well, as they say.
He did.
Here, let's take a look at this. So just for comparison's sake, now this is, well, I guess like young Orson Welles, old Orson Welles. Let's see. All right, so we have the two Arthurs. So check it out.
Yeah.
I guess the thing that's going to get me
One's
about this,
like 80s Arthur, and one's like present day Arthur.
kind of like Eurotrash Arthur.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Precisely.
yeah. So, all right, that's enough of this. So that was our. We're at 7 minutes now. See what happens? You say older Orson Welles, and that's boom. It adds 3 minutes to one of these things.
3 minutes, just like that, just like in the beat of an eye,
Yeah, and just for this
or
people,
or the blink of a heart.
right, in the explosion of a bacon-filled heart in Orson Welles' case. So just for those people playing at home, what you have to understand about beard and facial hair is no beard, no rules. Don is hairy, which means he's saddled with maybe a professorial respect, but also, of course, the sad status of having to abide by the Beard Geek code. So, all right,
Yes.
I'm gonna pause this, and if you happen to actually watch this, thank you, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye bye.